ban, I feel like, just covering their bases, but Onic, with the Faramis first pick, very surprising, they get the Novaria and the Guinevere, 2 power picks in exchange.
All right, so now again, we gotta have this conversation because Triple Esports, they're having the Faramis, one of the better heroes performing here in the M5 World Championship. Onic getting the Guinevere as well as the Novaria. It already looks like Onic, they want control of the Riverside. How can Triple Esports respond?
Oh, well, Triple Esports here, they could go for a high mobility, can invade well roamer, because if they do want to get a little bit more of that control in the mid, they already have one hero in the Faramis who does that really well, you know, who can invade well. So for now, Triple Esports, I want to get a mobile roamer, someone who can just show up in their face.
Yeah, I think that's a good approach to this game right now for Triple Esports. They also pick up a Fredrin. That's quite concerning. Looking at the way that this matchup plays out usually, even before the patch hit, Guinevere was the response over to that Fredrin. You're able to get free retribution battles with the Violet Requiem. Now with the spatial migration change, even more so. Onic, though, however, this is where it can get very scary for Triple Esports. The fact that they can flex the Guinevere into the roam, they can pick up something like a Marksman right now to get Prio in that gold lane. I thought they're gonna flex it in the end, but they flex it now. The Guinevere roam called out Fanny. Wow.
Onic
nice
picking up very fast because my question, honestly, is that Triple Esports, they're showing teamfight. Faramis, Claude, with the Fredrin, sure, the Claude can go to the side lanes and possibly end the game that way, but having the Fanny here now, if I'm a Claude player, I'd be a little bit afraid, no?
Yeah, I'd be very afraid. If I'm Triple Esports, I'm sad now that my idea of, okay, let's just be defensive, play for the map, split push, they can't do that anymore with the Fanny around. So now Triple Esports are going to be playing into a composition that their first 3 picks are already very uncomfortable against.
And this is why it's so difficult to draft against Onic. They pick up a Guinevere, you expect it to go to the jungle, especially considering there's a Fredrin pickup. It's such a good matchup. No, they say, we don't need good matchups. We'll play through Flex, and we will instantly ban out anything that can be a hurdle for this Fanny. The Hilda that was used many times to try to counter the Fanny. The Kufra as well. No bouncing ball. The only option left is Kaja.
Dude.
But will Onic take it away? That's a bit risky.
Let me just say, the praises you're giving to Onic, I could have sworn they're BTR at this point. We gotta go for Triple Esports now. How do they fight this? Because again, looking at the Hilda, looking at the Kufra getting banned out, I kind of feel like at this point, maybe catching Kyrie isn't the best idea. What other options can they have to invade the jungle to make sure that he doesn't have a good time in there? A Khalid roam?
A little bit too spicy for my taste. But hey,
loco.
You know what? Loco,
You need to go loco.
We'll go
That's
for the
a bit
loco.
more like Goofy, man. It's not loco.
It's not loco. Okay. Yeah, okay. If they're not going to go loco, they can just go low orco. So low or cho.
I'm sorry.
That's what I'm thinking about. Because at least with a cho, you can show yourself up. Constantly get that vision, you know?
That's...
Why are all the picks right now for
That's
Onyx
a 2
so
for
perfect?
me, by the way. 2 for me.
Thank you. At least it wasn't a 1.
You know what? We're seeing the hover for Edith as well as Paquito.
Ooh, some good lockdown.
I mean, Paquito is okay for the Fanny.
Fanny, yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Oh,
there it is.
You're going to call it.
Come on.
The loco. The locho.
Locho.
Punch for a punch.
Paquito. All right, you
The
got your
boxer
fist.
gets picked up.
Show up with your feet now.
Is ready.
All
There
right.
you go.
Looks like Triple Esports, their composition want to fight.
They do want to fight.
I'm hoping they do that because at this point, going up against Onic, I don't know, is it a good idea to just fight head on? Because this is basically a front-to-back teamfight composition coming in from Triple Esports. It's, is it too direct? Is it too forward?
I think it's all right. I think it's really all right for Triple Esports. They have a proper pickoff in the early game. They have proper defenses. They needed that Cho, right? If it's not a Cho, they would definitely have to go for something like a Kaja. But knowing that there's a Guinevere, you go in, you're going to get engaged on. That Requiem will stop you in your way to pick off anyone. And now it's Onic with a Tyrant. So they have so much physical power already with a Fanny, add on the carry, and now physical defense shred with the Tyrant. That utility that we saw earlier from Kid Bomba.
At this point, it might as well be true damage, man. Having the Dyrab on your team, I don't know. The amount of damage coming in from Onic is amazing. But here's the thing. If you don't succeed in dishing out that damage, if you don't do well early, it could backfire.
Yeah, so Triple Esports, yes, I also see the idea that it is a front-to-back type of team fighting style, but I also see the other way of looking at it, that they can just try to play the map here. But it's going to be so much easier said than done. Again, that Fanny pickup alone in that first phase just sort of turned off the idea. What I see potentially Triple Esports doing, all right, let's show up in this part of the map. We force something, let's get on out of here. It's like they're always just going to be constantly rotating. It's like guerrilla warfare style, you know? You show up, force a reaction, get out. Force a reaction, get out.
And again, that Cho pick, I feel like it's just so forced, right? You go for any of the other suppression heroes, and you get countered hard by the Guinevere.
Yeah, but now we're jumping into game number 1. The Sky Kings going up against Triple Esports here. Again, this is a magnificent draft coming in from Onic. Can Triple Esports fight back? Welcome to the land of Dawn. And this game, who will strike first blood?
Onic look like they're going to be faster this time around. The rotational speed and clearing speed of the Fanny, of course, will trump the Fredrin. So now Onic, they've drafted for fast. They drafted for early to mid-end. And so far, nothing's happening that's really going to disrupt that.
My question right now, which lane can Triple Esports win? Can they win the gold lane? Can they win the EXP? Because as of right now, I don't know. Looks like Onic is winning those.
Yeah, honestly, looking at it, the gold lane is winnable, right? It's going to be very hard because the carry definitely has a better time, I would say. But when you're a Claude user, it really comes down to a skill matchup every single time in your lane. In the mid lane, it's more of a non-trading kind of lane because Nova is just going to clear it out constantly.
They really have to utilize the speed they have. Oh, Sanji, what will happen to him?
Gonna be dove on under the turret. That's a few cables. Not able to find the proper angle, and Sanji will survive.
All right, let's just assume that Kyrie was showing a little bit of mercy there. Right now, looking at how the emblem setup is going to be, quite a few ruptures here coming in from Onic. So it does seem like if they have the opportunity, they do want to go for those early kills.
Fighter emblem.
Fighter emblem, yeah. They want to go fast. So it's a different approach here. So they aren't leaning too much onto the idea that, okay, this one will be more utility, that it's just, we know our strength is ending this game quickly. Let's stick to that idea. That's what Onic wants. So Triple Esports, they have to really study where Fanny is going to be rotating, where the members of Onic are, because they can always just, again, counter against that. But Triple Esports, they're brave, man. They're taking it to Onic. They want to heavily contest this first hurdle.
It looks like Troll is looking at Kyrie, sees that he's doing the purple buff. They got to finish this up fast, and they do.
Yeah.
Good take for Triple. They try to deny away any sort of engagement. Now it's going to be Onic who jumps in. Keyboy gets a good spatial migration. Gets chunked, but it's only just a clone. Now Troll with Way to Dragon. That's a good taunt as well. Onto Kyrie, and it's Triple Esports who find the first kill in the game. First blood brought to you by Kidia.
I mean, that's a good start, right? Because any kind of mistakes that you can catch from Onic, that's amazing. Because you start small, you get that snowball going, and then eventually Onic will crumble.
Yeah, and that's one of the strengths of having a Cho pick, other than helping set the tempo here, is that you can really punish the aggression that Onic wants, sort of like this.
Boy! Spatial migration canceled out. Now Troll looking for the kill. The Dragon Flicker, a combo. It's a Keyboy. That's cold, forcing a Requiem in desperation. But on the other side, how's Kyrie? A level ahead, now jumps in on the Sano, blazing to win defensively now with the cutthroat as well. With an amazing outplay, and just like that, the odds turn around.
Yo, this game is hype, man.
All right, let's go.
All right, this is a game.
Triple, all right, I like what we're seeing from them. Again, the idea that I suggested. Counter. Yes, you can be aggro in terms of getting info, but they're using the info well. They're punishing the aggression Onic want. I feel like now we gotta call it as early. Onic, you gotta start respecting Triple, man.
Hey, we gotta talk about what Triple Esports has to do, because we've seen this time and time again. You get a lead, and then somehow you throw away the lead. How do they not throw away this lead? What do they have to do? Play it slow? Play it more aggressive? What do you have to do?
Well, I like what they're going for. He's going for that counter punch, but at the same time, it's not really slow. It's just a little bit more defensive minded. They're getting the info that they need. They're finding a little bits of control.
How? The gold lead. Triple has 3 kills over Onic, but it seems like Onic are doing a good job at. They actually got the gold lead back for a second there through what, farming?
Sheer farm alone, the speed.
Spatial migration into the Requiem. That's a good NetherRealm to provide some defense. Keyboy getting out. Boost getting chunked as well. Sanji now with a few punches forward and a knockout strike. Troll. We're going to zone the opponents away. Tarzan, surgical precision.
One thing that I do like that Triple Esports understand with that draft going up against Onic is that they do have the priority when they want to contest for these turtles, and I like the non-hesitation. They understand if Kai wants to contest, it's going to be dangerous for him. So don't hesitate, just grab it.
And at the same time now, Onic are playing around the map. Triple Esports here. I like the pace that they're playing at a little bit, but now Onic have sort of woken up. I like the keep going.
Spatial migration, no commitment, no requiem used up just yet. They'll try to utilize the side lanes, and again, sure, Triple are able to take the goal lead back, but the fact that it's kept at such a low amount, 150.
Dude, my question is, who's grabbing the goal from Onic here? Because
it's CW, I think.
Okay, it's either CW or Kyrie, because Kyrie has been invading the jungle, but if we look at the level difference, it's not really there. So even I'm hesitating. Is it really Kyrie, or is it just all CW?
Well, in that first sequence or second sequence there, CW actually got to maximize the energy shield, so that's a good amount of it, maybe around close to 250, around that. Then at the same time, can't forget how fast a Novaria and a Fanny can rotate around the map together, that even though your opposing team is getting a lot of kills, they're clearing minion waves and going around the map super quickly.
One thing I do have to say, Triple Esports have to start trading the skills into any kind of objectives. They got the turtle, but the turtles are still standing. You gotta get them down quickly so that you can have proper map control.
Yeah, someone's gonna need to pull the trigger at this point in terms of really trying to make a play of getting down a turret. I think it's gonna be difficult for either of them to actually get a win in the mid. It's gonna be happening in one of the side lanes. Either it's gonna be a skirmish and then someone's gonna break a turret after that, or they just do that classic trade of we go top, you go bottom, and we just trade that out.
I mean, at this point, it looks like Onic, they're moving, start of minute 6, they're moving his forward. They're making sure that they never getting caught. Kyrie as well has been farming quite a lot. I'm wondering which item is he waiting for him to be like, okay, you know what? I got this. I'm going for it.
He has the haptoses.
Yeah, I think he's going to be rushing the roar after this.
Ooh. Yep. A lot of penetration on top of the Dairoth already with the Rupture, remember?
Yeah.
My mom said no such thing as too much damage.
Yeah.
And I believe my mom. I believe my mom.
I believe in your mom too.
Thank you. She's nice.
She's very nice. I haven't met her, but I assume.
All right. Oh, Troll.
Oh! Wait, that's onto the Guinevere right now. The Blazing Duet connecting, but Keyboy just gets out with the spatial migration. Now it's giving the re-engage. Kyrie jumping in. Tarzan. Crisp, clean. Troll, though, going to be cut down, and taken out by CW, who's now shredding Tarzan, who's jumping in. Netherrealm providing them the right amount of support, but now it's going to be Keyboy, who jumps in once again with the Requiem. No follow-up, though. Keyboy forced back. CW doing some damage again onto the Triple Esports members. Poked down by a good Astral Spear and an Astral Echo.
Despite the botch engage coming in from Troll, I do have to say, the team fight coming in from Triple Esports is pretty good. None of them were really taken down just now, and Kyrie goes in.
Okay, can he actually? Nope. Not enough, not just yet. Yeah, Triple Esports, you mentioned it, surgical is what they're trying to be, and the control, I can't help but commend it. Let's look at the items. Of course, more defensive there for the Fredrin. Crazy. Well, up to a Dreadnought. So they're really also rushing items to reduce the physical damage output of Triple Esports, still respecting it.
Interesting for me is the Bloodless X coming in from Sanji. We don't usually see that build all that often,
Not even just the Bloodless, not just as a build, but like just the item in general.
Yeah. Usually you see a Hunter Strike.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I saw a Bloodless Axe. So, okay, I think they really just want a little bit more sustain, rather. But the
he wants to 1v1 Kyrie?
Yeah, I mean, it seems that way. They want to try to prevent a split push, prevent him from farming on the other side of the map, as Onic loves to do usually when they are behind or when they're even equal in gold.
Yeah, so it's like there's a theme really for Triple Esports. It's just guys survive.
Yep.
The item builds, the hero, they just want survivability. They have the Faramis as like an instant, let's get away out of here button. And in terms of the turrets, this is what we talked about happen. It's the classic switch. Whoa, Sanji.
That's where you get to see it. Yeah. That sustain plays a massive role in stopping Kyrie, and his purple buff is up right now. Triple Esports has that information. Do they try to commit onto it, or do they go for the Lord instead?
I gotta say, so far, they've been ignoring that purple buff all day long. It's like they understand, okay, it's up, there's something else on the map, we're gonna get something else on the map. But as I say that, they're not really doing anything. They're just staying in mid.
Yo, they're canceling all the recalls. Now it's a pilot Requiem with the spatial migration.
Wow.
Great Netherrealm by Cuffin right now, but it's still still going to be a snipe down from Sans. Sano placing the wet CW to be taken low, but he's still going to be able to dish out some damage. It's a 1-for-1 trade in the end. CW for Sano, and Boots falls as well. Kyrie looking for the assassination. Tarzan recalls under the safety of his tier 1 turret.
Both gold laners gone. A roamer for Triple, an EXP for Onic. I don't know, at that point, Triple Esports, they were waiting for something. Onic engage, and they just fight back. And then, I don't know, at this point, I don't know which one win the trade.
One more, and Kyrie finds an angle. Gets the cutthroat down and assassinates Coffin, who's still going to be able to respawn with the passive.
Delayed gratification, but there, Onic ended up winning that trade. Let's just say that that was an extended part of the trade that happened there in around the mid in the purple buff of Triple Esports. But yeah, right now, Onic, they've sort of slowed down a bit, but they're trying to be more precise. Earlier, it was a little bit too greedy, a little bit too fast, and now they're respecting Triple Esports game, the champions of MPL MENA, and they're going, okay, you're gonna go surgical, you wanna be precise, we're gonna do that too.
It's almost like Tarzan is a doctor.
Yeah, at this point.
Does he have a degree?
This game is so close. There's no such thing as a goalie. That's how close it is.
Yeah, neck and neck. Oh, what a kick!
Where the Dragon locked him down, but Keyboy stops any attempt of a follow-up. Troll gets isolated. Another realm, not enough to try to save him. It was not in range. And just like that, a few good ults taken out. Boots re-engages. That's an Astral Sphere connecting on a Tarzan spatial migration, not connecting. Triple Esports able to fend off, to slow down the tempo. But you're right. Slowly but surely, Onic are coming back with that gold lead.
I mean, this is a worry when Reptar was saying how Triple Esports, the way that they're building and everything like that is pretty defensive, trying to make sure that they survive. I hope this is not one of those mindsets that we don't want to lose. They need a mindset that they want to win.
Yeah, at some point they're going to need to turn that around into something a little bit more aggressive, but it's Kyrie going after Sanji.
Some good poke onto the back. A cutthroat as well, and Sanji will pop that sprint.
Right now, it does look like Onic, they're starting to take control of the map where Triple Esports, they've been winning. But come mid-game, it seems like they are unsure of what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, you can start to see it now. Triple Esports, I agree with you there, Lefel. Now it's really starting to see like they're just playing not to lose. Too defensive at this point. Despite, yes, we're commending how surgical they are, we're commending how precise they are right now, but now with this mid-game power spike, this is Onic's timing. That's how fast, yeah, and level 15 for Kyrie. At some point, they're going to need to find an answer.
You face check Onic and they get you. That's a good way. The Dragon, no, locking Boots down for now. Asano deals the damage from the back. Boots going back in. He wants to be the sacrificial. Lamb with flicker forward as well. Troll taken very low. Kyrie chasing a cutthroat, but now he gets brought back to the team by the Stampede. And Keyboy is not able to save him for now. Pops to conceal, gets out the blazing duet. No, BMI barely getting him out. Sanji with the flank. Sans stopping that as fast as he saw Sanji pops an Astral Meteor down at the choke point.
Sino right now, before the game even started, I was talking about him. He's a sub-jungler, but now it looks like he's a resident gold laner. He's performing very well.
Yeah, he's taken this responsibility. He says, I can do it too. Oh, Sans. Okay, securing it, that's still for Onic, but yeah, Sano didn't give up. Can they actually secure this in time?
No red trade. The Fredrin's coming over. Sans is looking for the pick, but Sano just takes
here.
It. Beautifully done by Sano. Denying the Astral Sphere from connecting onto the Lord. It was risky, but it paid off.
This is a game, ladies and gentlemen. Triple Esports, they're doing it.
Champions of MPL MENA. Never underestimate the heart of a champion. They knew what they were walking into in this series, and they said, hey, we're champions too. We can do that. And with a lot of surgical precision, they are doing so well. Onic, it's like, at this point, it sort of feels like they're just running into a wall right now with the ultra-defensive counter-initiation playstyle of Triple Esports. And yes, Sano is a big part and a big reason as to why Triple Esports is succeeding.
This game, Onic at this point, again, they have all the tools to deal with Triple Esports. But like I said, it's like, you got a lot of damage, but the moment you start to be taken down one by one, you don't have a lot of opportunities to really start a fight.
A big kick here by Troll will just
perhaps end the game.
Perhaps end the game. Absolutely break the minds of everyone. Change history, potentially. Triple Esports still, it's working out for them, man.
Oh, Conceal.
Troll's looking for an angle, has the flicker as well, but Boots denies it away. CW clearing the wave in the mid lane. Meanwhile, does some damage with the help of the Astral Echo. Getting that multiplayer on the hitbox now with the Violent Requiem and connects on to Sanji, but that's just going to be Sanji. Sano with a blazing duet to the back, but CW is able to kite back as well. Both teams disengaging, but it's a big win for Triple. They steal away the
No, what's still on Kyrie?
That's still on Kyrie.
We got the secure retribution. Oh, whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
Troll didn't get to tap away the dragon there.
Reptar, we gotta talk about the positioning from Triple Esports. What is this team fight positioning? It doesn't look like anyone is vulnerable.
Yep. We gotta go back to what Blacklist International love to play. This is Triple Esports version of the Ube. Just sticking together, man. Playing around the Faramis. Again, I believe we have to really commend Coach Lyric here. The game plan he drew up, whatever he told these gentlemen how to play this game, how they want to approach it, it seems like this is just all part of the plan right now for Triple Esports. Look at the gold lead of that Paquito. 10.5 to Boots is 6.5K.
Boots gets baited, forced to flicker out defensively. That's a blazing duet, very aggressive, slowing him down with a corrosion sight. Kyrie wants to go for a bit. Oh, he beats the Nether Realm. Oh, that's massive right there. CW tries his best to try to get Cuffin as low as possible. And just like that, that's a big resource burnt out.
Okay, that's a big resource. How long is Triple Esports able to wait for? They gotta wait for like what, 40, 50 seconds before they can really fight back? Onic, they have a small window here.
Okay, Sanji.
Oh, that was close.
A lot of damage coming out from that Paquito again. 10,000 gold and counting for him. So yeah, Triple Esports will really wait for that Netherrealm, as you mentioned. LaFell, Triple Esports still trying to get that information, trying to get spacing around the map. They're gonna leverage that Paquito, constantly showing himself in the bottom portion, but Onic are answering it. They're sending Kiboy alongside Kyrie.
Let me just say, this was not on my bingo box here. Triple Esports now, 2,000 gold lead. They're controlling the Lord. And I kind of feel like they're just waiting on it. Cuffin now has the Netherrealm, so they can fight.
Keyboy, conceal, opens up the map. Sanji gonna be revealed there. A full initiation, a full out attack. Control in the back though. Nobody spotted him. Sans able to utilize the Astral Recall for now. Gets a good shot onto Cuffin. This might have forced him back now. Boost jumps in on the Tarzan, but Troll is right there with flag. Now he's giving another realm, connecting. Able to be used on Sano with a blazing duet. Kyrie, who secures the Lord. Looking for another initiation, but Onic decides to back away. Just like that, the gold lead turning around again.
Tarzan was actually looking at Onic to deal majority of the damage to time his retribution, but Onic was like, no, we're holding on. And it forced Tarzan to use the retribution way too early, making it easier for Kyrie.
Yeah, this is how close this game one is, folks. It's down to that microsecond, that half second, to actually get a leverage over your opponent. Looking at the items of the two marksmen, already up to a Malefic Roar, full build. Is that carry? Still waiting for one more on that Claude. But damage isn't a problem here for Triple Esports. They have the tools that they need to excel. But now Onic is just showing that they're executing better after Triple Esports taking control.
At this point, Sans is just trying to bait things out. Now the Lord is marching down bottom.
Astral Echo revealing two. Tarzan trying to hold it out right now. Keyboy jumps in with a make. Whoa, CW melts Sanji down so fast. Now with the ultimate, is able to just take that turret down in the mid lane, and even the Lord alone in the bottom lane takes the base turret. Look at the wave manipulation, absolutely perfect. From 0 to a 5,000 gold lead. What the heck?
I mean, again, based on what I've seen so far, I legit don't think it's over. Triple Esports, they're just waiting for an opportunity. We've seen Kyrie being able to respond and be like, okay, this is too deep. I can't get out of this situation. But Triple Esports, they might be waiting. Someone will overcommit. And when that happens, Cuffin is waiting, Sano is waiting, Troll is waiting.
Triple Esports just need to keep that patience there. If they get too impatient, if they try to force anything, that's not them. That hasn't been them this entire game. They can't get too excited if ever they find just a sliver of opportunity. It has to be easier said than done, but near picture perfect for Triple Esports to turn it around. But the damage
is threading the needle, and he's not just finding the front line, he's actually threading the needle. He's getting through to the back line.
Yeah, it feels like I'm watching Wanted here. It's like, is that curving? Is that little meteor curving somehow?
Mirko, you and me said his name at the same time. That's how good this dude is.
All right, that's too early when I asked you guys.
Yeah. Thanks for breaking us up, by the way. Appreciate that.
Yeah, but
I got
gotta
you
give
guys.
props to CW though. The fact that he's been playing this game so perfectly as well. Look at his gold, 4,000 ahead almost compared to Sano.
Yeah, but with how well Triple Esports got to play this game, despite that massive swing, it was at the point where both of them were past 50K.
Yep.
So it was like, all right, you got the swing, you got the map, but again, they have the...
Oh my goodness!
The fight hasn't started,
Yikes.
and you're starting off with below half HP. That's a good way to start a fight. Let your opponents bleed before it begins.
That's the strength of the Navaria. Why
Or in
she's
this
such a free
case,
pick.
Bird.
Oh, that's true. Maybe just a little bit of bleeding.
Yeah.
Is able to just poke them out. Troll's looking for an angle to go for this pick, but Sans has that Purify. That's why it's so hard, even when Troll gets a proper angle. A flank Tarzan, knocked up by the Requiem as well. Sans pops down to Astral Meteor, but look at that, they've just baited in. Boom! With the Abyssum Strike, and now it should be a full-on initiation. No Netherrealm to save them. Triple Esports decide to back away. Keyboy using the clone to bait out a few more resources. Have Onic just won out on a Lord?
All right, let's see. Can they get close enough? The Retribution's still up there unless Triple Esports are actually going to force it or maybe even try to force a reset. But still looks good right now for Onic. Troll!
Sans purifies out of it. Troll now baited in all the way. The Astral Echo gets placed down. Sano forced to jump all the way back to the defensive BMI. He placed down Free Fine and Boots. Does not want to let Tarzan go. It's Sans who picks up the kill. It's Onic who, out of nowhere, found again a small hole in the game of Triple and are utilizing it to its maximum potential.
The discipline and the respect that Onic is showing, they're not over-committing to a fight. No, they're really trying to bait things out. And now Keyboy finds one.
Violent Requiem again, another realm gonna be baited out, and Keyboy, he only loses out on the clone. There's nothing that they are giving away.
Oh, Sano!
Sano with a big play right now. CW is gonna be able to dish out some damage, but Kyrie will still secure it!
Oh!
Sans! Gila Sans!
From Jakarta with love. What a hit by the Navaria.
What the heck? All right.
Meteor hurts.
Oh man, Lafal, we said the name of the player and we got it right, man.
So
Yeah,
this
you know
is what happens
We got
when
it right.
two curses predict the same thing.
Neutralized.
It's neutralized.
I can't imagine if Wolf is here as well.
Oh no.
Okay.
This guy needs to stop, bro.
Onic right now, as a friend of mine once said, this is endable.
It's endable. Good for them.
So Triple Esports, if they can defend this, if they can somehow get CW, I feel like they have a chance.
Winner Truncheon bot. The Purify was already a big problem. Now they have a winner, and it's Keyboy who jumps in with the facial migration, baiting as the Netherrealm. Kyrie jumping to the back, gets Tarzan down with immortality before he can even use that Razor's Grasp.
No.
And Onic now is CW with a double kill. Kyrie buys the immortality. They have wiped Triple Esports out, and they have taken game one. What looked to be a big win for Triple has just turned around completely. Composure.
Onic showed constraint, respect for Triple Esports. They won game number one, but it was not an easy feat.
They made Onic sweat, did Triple Esports. They reminded Onic that they're champions too in their own region, that the Guardians of the Gulf can take it to the Sky Kings. But the Sky Kings take game number one. Guardians of the Gulf have a lot to be proud of after that first game.
If anything,